Goodness. Hi, everybody. It's Crystal So Random. How are y'all doing today? I hope you all are doing wonderful. I had to take a little break from the live broadcast I was doing so I can take care of the boys because Bentley was getting hungry and Dominic was getting hungry as well. So I'm getting everything set up here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us take a quick moment to share this awesome live feed for me, please, so we can get some people to join us. I am going to be sharing it as well. I've already shared it on my Twitter page. I'm going to be sharing on as well. I have not gotten. I got a little bit of updates on the whole Vegas thing going on here. Sorry, I'm trying not to burp. But okay, I got that going on with, or got that shared on my Facebook page here. So I cannot see myself. There we go. How are you doing, Big John? I'm doing good. How are you? Burping is natural. Yeah, it is true. Let's see, who else? I'm letting people know I'm live, messaging them like, I'm live, come see me. So, I'm going to give it a minute or two to let people join in here on this live feed. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to give you all a quick rundown on what my first live feed was. And it's over 2 hours long. So if you want to go watch it, go ahead and go watch it. Basically, it's me and 2 other people. It started out with me and another person. A second person came in later on near the end of the live feed, but we were just discussing the issues about, basically what happened with the Vegas, and we talked about the shooter, and the person that joined me was family reality TV show or TV. He joined me, and hello, Kathleen. Thank you for joining me again. I have my notifications on. That's awesome, Big John. So we played some news, and he played some news videos that was, as it was coming, they talked about what was going on and stuff. So here's a quick update. I've jotted down some notes. So far, in my first live feed, I had talked about how the shooter was connected to the Islamics. The FBI, I guess, had confirmed it with the Islamic themselves, and the shooter was not connected with them at all. The shooter, of course, is a male. His name is Stephen Paddock. He was 64 years old. From what have been found during the investigation as well, is that he has a history of psychological problems. The total of death now is at least 58, and they're saying it's probably going to be more than that. Over 500 people are injured. Stefan has at least 10 rifles that was fully loaded with him in the room. Okay. And that he took his own life. And to me, taking your life, it's a cop out. Like, if you're going to do a crime, don't be a coward and take your own life. Go to prison, do the time. If you do good and you can show that you're not going to do it again, there's a chance of parole. Highly doubt it. Just putting it out there. I highly doubt you'll get on parole. But you could try. So why take the cowardly way out? Now, I'm not saying his psychological issue, problem, whatever. I'm not saying that is a reason, an excuse for him being the way he, did what he did. I'm just saying that is what was found during the investigation. Now, there are all kinds of people out there who have, psychological issues and other mental craziness problems going on, PTSD, anxiety, and all that stuff, But certain people handle it different ways. Some actually go get help to get better. Some other people don't, and they try to handle it themselves. And other people just let it control them. So, does any of my viewers want to join me through videos with this live feed before I continue going on? This is not going to be a very lengthy live feed video, whatever. I'm not going to make it really long, but I do want to discuss a little bit here about what you guys have to say, what's your thoughts, your opinions and stuff. I know I'm biting my lips because it's dried out. I don't feel like getting my chapstick. It is a coward way out. I agree, Big John. And Kathleen and family, if you have not noticed, you are now one of my moderators. In the chat, you should have a wrench by your name. So, they're still investigating the whole situation now. I feel it is, I don't care, like I said in my live feed from this morning, whether you live in the United States or not, if you're going to commit something like that, do something like that, you're a terrorist. I don't care what race you are, what gender, what your, what do you want to call it? I can't even think. My head's like brain fart. I don't care if you're bi, lesbian, gay, straight, transgender, whatever. I don't care what you are and who you are. Mental problems or not, if you commit a crime that's so pure evil like this, you're a terrorist. Even if you're doing it on your own or you're doing it with anybody in another country and they, you teamed up with them and stuff, I don't care. You're still a terrorist. I mean, it's sad. It's a shame. It's pure evil. And it's heartbreaking that these people are suffering. And they're going to have probably the anxiety and panic and all kinds of crap, mental issues from this. They're going to be scarred forever. And then the families that have lost a loved one, a friend, a family member, whatever, from this, they're suffering as well. I don't even know these people. I don't know the people that died. I don't know the people that got hurt. But I'm suffering with them because I know in the future, my kids are going to deal with this. They're going to live with this crap, just like you and I and everybody else is. And who knows, with how it is now, all this crime, murdering, racism, rioting, the hate, all of this could be getting worse for our kids' future. And I wish we could put it, at least if we can't stop it, at least make it less, happen less, because it scares me for my kids' future that this could harm them physically and mentally. Yes, I do believe in Jesus Christ and God. I am a Christian. And I feel in my heart that in the Bible, it does state we're going to be having, what's it called? We're in the end of time, basically. And nobody can predict the end. Let's get that out there. I have seen a lot of that crap all over Facebook that so-and-so predicted that the world's going to end. So-and-so predicted the world's going to be over by this date and time and year and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they got it wrong. Of course they got it wrong. They don't freaking know. They're just trying to get their 15-minute fame on TV. Yes, Kathleen, the family. That's why it's highlighted blue. But nobody but God himself knows when the world's going to end. He's the one who created us all. He's the one who created the world. He created it all. And he will make the world end on his own terms. I know that sounds harsh. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, if God is so great and stuff, why is he killing people? Well, why don't you read the Bible? Go to church. Why don't you find out on your own? Yeah. My son brought me a toy. That's pretty nifty-galifty, huh? Go get a Hot Wheel out of your room and you can play with this. You can put the car here. And it goes up. Watch. Look up. Look. Here. He's trying to show off this toy that he brought to me. I used to play with as a kid. Yeah. Right here. So, but yeah. Nobody knows when exactly the world is going to be over, when it's going to end. But we are in the final times, the end of times with our lives. And when we have to face God at the beautiful golden gates, and he looks up in the book, if our names are there, we'll be going through the gates and into heaven. If not, we're getting shoot back down to hell, or shoot down to hell, back down. Wow. But I know I'm going to heaven. I don't know about you guys, but me, I know for sure in my heart, I'm going to heaven. I'm not going down to hell. I'm not going to be burning, set on fire for eternity, suffering with that in the heat. No, not going to happen. I'm definitely going to heaven. Back on track, though. What are your guys' thoughts? Who's ever in the chat and watching this? What are y'all's inputs and thoughts? What do you guys think? Why this man, the 64-year-old man, why do you think he did what he did? Why don't you post it in the chat, and I'll kind of talk more off of what you said, if I agree or not. But people were saying if we can't have more gun control, just take away the guns, and that would kind of help stop the shooting and stuff. In a way, I do believe that, but we would have a much harder time to protect ourselves in our home, for the simple fact, if we have somebody break in and try to hurt us. Yes, we have security cameras and alarms, but that's not going to stop somebody. It'll help catch the bad guy, but it's not going to stop them. Just like a protection order is not going to stop somebody from contacting you or talking to you or messing around with you, like stalking you and stuff. So I said earlier in my One Life Eat that we need to find a way on how to evaluate certain people or everybody when they go to try and buy a gun. I either look into medical history, have them get mentally tested evaluated, I guess, to see if they're capable of owning a gun and using it properly, storing it properly, and they're not going to use it to harm or kill anybody, any animals, or they're not going to use it on stupid stuff. They're going to use it to protect themselves if they must do so, and if they're going to use it when they go to the shooting range. We need to figure something out like that. That way, guns can stop getting in the wrong hands. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that? Do I have any viewers? Hello? Anybody there? I kind of feel like I'm on the phone with somebody and they're not answering. Or when I call somebody and they have that voicemail that we used to do back in the day, where we go, hello? Hello? I can't hear you. You got to speak up. Hello? That used to be my voicemail. Like, if you would call me, that's what you would listen to if it went straight to voicemail. A lot of people do that. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. So if I can't hear nobody. Anybody here? Are you playing a joke on me? Hello? Mm-hmm. If you guys hear a bunch of noise going on, that's because they're trimming trees and using the wood chipper on it. Kathleen, are you still here? Apparently, Stephen, the shooter, was an accountant who played a $100 a hand poker game. I'm doing some more research on this situation here. Do, 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 do. Okay, here is a video that was posted 3 minutes ago. I will play it for you guys. If my phone don't freeze up. If it is a video. Oh my goodness. It's buffering. You want a drink?
Is our body count. That's the wrong way to say it. The number of people that have died associated with this event has increased. Right now, we're using the number of 58. I just was informed that it may be 59 of an individual that may have expired at Sunrise Hospital. So, in normal fashion, I do not want to give you bad information. So please do not press me on that number until we get further into this investigation. The number of injured, we are using the number of 515. And as you can tell, as the hours go by, that number continues to increase. We have not received any additional intelligence associated with the suspect. We have completed the search warrant in Mesquite. I am not aware of any derogatory information that we can utilize to furtherance of this investigation at this point, but we have just recovered items, and it will take a little while to evaluate that information. We have learned information of additional property in northern Nevada, and the FBI has responded to the location and will be serving a search warrant here shortly. We have completed the investigation at the room. We have collected all the items associated with the suspect, and we are in the recovery phase of that. The Mandalay Bay itself has gone back to service minus the 32nd floor, and they would like everybody advised that if they are separated from their hotel room, they have the ability to return to the hotel. Now, the location in question, the concert hall, we will be in a long process of body recovery out there and evidence recovery and evidence documentation. So you're going to have to ask the public's patience, and as we bring information forward, it's a long, laborious process to identify the victims and reunite them with the family members to advise them of their situation. So we still have the families responding to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department headquarters in order to conduct a reunification of their family or friends. Eventually, in the next few hours, actually a skewed timeline, but approximately 1 p.m., we will request the family members to respond to the convention center area to utilize a larger space, and we could bring in the victim advocates to assist with the family members in the long term. Right now, it's just a temporary phase associated with the reunification. Additionally, we're asking to solely utilize United Blood Service for blood donation and UMC as the only places to donate blood. We had some resource issues associated with the laborers medical clinic. I applaud their effort to help us in that effort, but we have some resource issues associated with that. So better utilize lvmpd.com to ensure that you know where those United Blood Service locations are, so we can get the needed life-saving blood for the victims associated with this. At this point, as you can tell, I have several individuals to my rear that would like to make comment. Reference the ISIS statement. I want to bring that up now. So I give the opportunity to Special Agent Rouse to respond to that from the FBI. And he will explain what we know now reference the ISIS claiming this individual. Thank you.
Good morning. As this event unfolds, we have determined to this point no connection to the terrorist group. As this investigation continues, we will continue to work with our partners to ensure that this is factually, thoroughly, and absolutely investigated to be able to bring comfort and peace back to this community.
So that is pretty much the update. I hope you guys were able to listen to that. That was posted before I started playing it. It was posted 3 minutes ago on that. So definitely, it is sad. It's heartbreaking. So after you guys hearing that, what is your input, your thoughts on that? But again, the guy was 54, 64. I don't know why I want to say 54. But he did have psychological problems. He was 64 years old. He had no ties with the Islamics, as they said on the news video there. Ooh, you scared me when you did that.
Open it. Mommy, open it. Open it.
Open it.
Yeah, open it.
Oh my god. So I used to play with this when I was younger. See, look. Isn't that cool? You put a little Hot Wheel on here. You hit this button. And then you turn it. And it's supposed to turn. It's like a little garage on wheels. In a trailer. So I guess I'm not going to have any viewers right now, but that's okay. I gave you guys an update on everything. Everyone who has joined me, thank you so much. I give you guys a heart. And if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Videos, comments, share them, like them, whatever, just show me some love. I'm looking for comments on the chat here. Excuse me. So that is it for this update. I will probably do another one tomorrow if necessary. And you end up doing an update tomorrow on this. Hold on, I just got a message. If there's anybody who wants to join in the video chat with me when I go live tomorrow, let me know. Okay, there was a tweet. I'm not going to say her name. Ow. She was there. Oh, my heart is racing. This is hitting home for me. And I don't want to, I shouldn't say home, but this is really upsetting. And this is a serious thing, you guys. It's scary. And I'm surprised I held in my tears for this long. But this is no joke. This is something real. Terrorism is real. Hate is real. But this post of this girl, she was at the concert, at the festival. She said, a girl was shot. A girl was shot dead 5 feet away from me. My mother laid on top of me to keep me from being shot.
Mommy, you playing, Mama? Mommy, you
She said, hug your family tight and be nice to your friends, to your family, and to the strangers. And make this world a better place. Please.
Look, Mommy.
And I agree. I agree. And this was sent to me in a private message. And the person that sent it said this would scare me. Oh, sweetie, it would scare me too. You have no idea. It would scare me too. I would be the dumb one, and I would freeze and just stand there and shock and run from it. You know, because I would be so scared. Not know what to do. But just think about the fear, the panic, the heart pounding moments, if you were there with your kids or your mom and dad, or somebody you love so much, and this happened, just think about how you would react, because that is pretty much how most of these people are reacting. They're freaking out. They're scared. They're terrified. They're worried. They hear nothing but gunshots. They don't know where it's coming from. And they see people running. They see people getting shot and their bodies going limp and just falling to the ground. How would you guys react? People were scared to run. Other people were scared to stay. They ran. They had no idea what to do, nowhere to go. Nobody knows how to handle these types of situations unless you've been put in a situation like that before. You went through it before, or you work in the police department or the FBI and stuff like that, and you were trained for this stuff. And I honestly think, since this world is becoming like this and it's happening more and more, that they should make it mandatory, or they should put a show on TV or do a class on safety and how you would handle a situation like this, whether it's at a concert, a festival, at a school. You know, I see it on the news. You know, how teachers and students, they figure out a way to help, you know, protect each other, protect the classroom, and how to barricade the doors and stuff in school to protect somebody who's got a gun or a knife walking around in the school until help arrives and that person's caught. You know, I think they should do the same thing. I know it's different when you're out in the open like this, but they should have some way to be something like that, similar, to help people out in the future in situations like this, whether it's at a concert that's outside or a concert that's inside a building, during football season, like going to the NFL and watching the NFL play, you know, watch a game. Like, they need to have a plan for stuff like this. You know, this is what our world became. This is what our world has become. And this is what our world's going to be in the future. And it's probably going to be much worse. And that scares me for my kids. Like I said in my last live feed this morning, it scares me for my kids because they say our children is our future. Yeah, because they have to grow up in this world. They have to live their life fully and happily. But it's going to be hard for that when there's constant hate, constant crime, constant rioting, constant racism, constant stuff like this that's been going on. And if it's going to happen more and it's going to happen worse and keep getting worse, then my kids are not going to have a good life. They're not going to have a good future. They're not going to be brave to live on their own, to get a job, to go to school. I'm afraid to have my kids go to school because of this. But I am not going to let me live in fear. I'm not going to let my kids live in fear because of this. We're just going to have to live our life to the fullest and pray to God that we live another day. Because no one should have to be locked up in their house, afraid, scared to leave the house, afraid of what would happen if they left. You know, and the only times they would get out is if they have to, whether it's to go to work or to go grocery shopping. And, you know, with all of these places, you know, where that are starting to deliver, you know, groceries and restaurants delivering food to you, it makes it easier for people to lock themselves in their home and barricade themselves in there and never leave. That is not the kind of life we should be living. We should not have to live in fear every moment of every day for every year. We should not have to do that. I'm scared because I know, like, there are people who have really bad road rage, especially in my area, and I'm scared that one of those people gets peed off at my dad or somebody else for no reason, just because they're so angry and they aren't happy with whatever happened with them at that moment in time. They could go freaking nuts and get a gun that they got, if they got one, and pull it out and shoot at somebody and miss them, and it comes after me or my kids or my father, you know? Because I ride with my dad wherever we need to go. Wherever he needs to go, I usually just get a ride with him. So we should not have to live like this. We should not have to live in fear. We should not have to barricade ourselves in our homes or the underground home that some people create and built for themselves. We should not have to do that. We should, you know. And they say history repeats itself. Well, I feel like years ago, what we're going through now, I bet happened years, thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. I don't know. But I feel like that we went through the same thing. Now, if we can always change history, okay? If we could stop this crime, if we could stop the hate, the rioting, like everything bad for our kids and ourselves, if we could stop it all and we can try to work with each other and actually succeed in working with each other on being better and more positive and stop crime from happening, I feel like that good thing there will repeat itself for years to come. And it would be a good repeat instead of the bad, like the crime. You guys see what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to let them know, hey, you know what? We could have a better future. Our kids could have a better future. Their kids could have a better future. But the only way we can is if we work together, we get along, rid of the criminals, we do what we have to do just to lower or stop the crime. And if we can do that, then we can be nice to each other. We can be there for each other. We can be what a community of the United States are supposed to be. And that is to be friendly, helpful, neighborly, or whatever you want to call it. Because if we can do all of that, we can keep it that way, and then the kids will grow up in a good world and a good community, and they'll have a better life and a better future, and their kids and so forth will have a better future and a better life. And if we can do all of that, guess what? History is going to repeat itself, and the world will become a better place every time that goodness repeats and repeats and repeats. It's like listening to your favorite good song, and you repeat it over and over and over. That goodness keeps going and going and going. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do all the good, less crime and stuff? And why can't we do that? Why can't we do it so it could repeat itself to better our world, to better the United States for our children and their children and their children and so on? Why can't we do that? And that's what scares me. Like, I wanted to have a big family. I wanted to have as many kids as I could have because I love kids and I want to bring them in this world because I thought our world was so great that our world deserved to see these kids, meet these kids that I have and would have. And I want my kids to see this wonderful world that we have. But every year, it gets bad. It gets worse. There's more and more crime, more and more deaths, more and more shootings, more and more terrorism, more and more racism. And I'm over it. I'm sick of it. If I had the money, I honestly would buy my own freaking island. I would have electricity over there, plumbing over there. I would my own home. I would turn it into my own country. I would. But I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of time, you know? So I got to do with what I got. And you know what? I'll be damned if someone tries to ruin my kids' future. I am trying to make their future and their life the best that it can be. And every day, I try to better their future and their life, just as I try to better myself in my life and my future. So, that is it for this live feed update. If you guys agree with what I said, you like my content, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, check my videos out, share them, comment on them, okay? And remember, come on, people, show some love, even to your enemy. Kill them with kindness. I don't care how pissed off they make you. You be the bigger, better person. Pray for them. Pray about them. Pray about the bad stuff that's going on in our world and pray that it gets better and that God can make it better. Because I've been praying and I'm going to continue to pray. God hears me. He may not answer my prayers right away, but He's got His plans. He knows what He's doing. I trust the Lord. I trust Him. So with all that said, remember, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Live life to the fullest. Life is short. So am I. Okay? Bye.